Hi YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to Phasmophobia. I was not expecting another dev preview, but here it is. However, the update is also around the corner. They said it will be 2 weeks into August. Well, that is literally any day now, so we can be expecting it at any moment. And if that update happens, you know there will be tons and tons of videos on this channel, so don't worry about it. You're gonna see it right away. But anyway, we're gonna check out this one, which is actually super exciting because it is explaining the new video cameras as well as the new tripod. So let's dive in. Video cameras. Ghost orbs have sometimes been hard to find. With the new upgrade system, you can hopefully make your orb hunting journeys much shorter. Well, so it was mostly hard because back in the day there used to be like orbs that went out of bounds, or they would be like completely bugged and stuff. But it hasn't been hard for a long time now. But anyway, this is gonna make it better, and I'm super excited about this one because look, tier 1 is an old camcorder that Ghost Hunt and Distribution found in the attic of the old office, so you remember that one. It's small and a bit beaten up, but it does the job just fine. And what's cool about this one, oh, I'm pointing the wrong way, is that it is green night vision, the Outlast style night vision that I honestly prefer over the black and white night vision that we have now. Now, it is the worst one with a tiny screen, so I almost wish you could like hold it closer to the camera on this one, because that seems insanely tiny. I mean, you're still going to be able to see the orbs, of course. Anyway, tier 2 is the Parasonic video camera. HD video is finally here, and it makes finding ghost orbs so much easier. Sadly, it still gets a lot of interference from an active ghost. Okay, I see. So if there is a... I don't think we're seeing it here, but I'm assuming they're talking about during a hunt or during a ghost event, there's gonna be like a ton of interference on the camera. Tier 3 is a Boney, of course, very own movie grade video camera. It's large. What the hell? Who would use a movie, like an actual cinematic camera on your shoulder? That's sacrilege. Its large body supports a much larger screen, featuring a much clearer video feed and less interference from ghost apparitions. It's a little bit silly. It's just as a tiny nitpick here that the main, one of the main upgrades is just the screen being bigger, because this feels very non-immersive, because it's like, because you decided to hold it like this camera is worse. Like, you could just bring it closer to your face and it will be so much better already. But hey, they gotta figure out a way to make upgrades somehow. But anyway, so also there is a much clearer video feed and less interference from ghost apparitions. So if you're holding this one and there's a ghost event, you might actually be able to film the ghost, which might be really important in the future, because they've said they're gonna rework the ghost, like the video evidence, into literally filming the ghost. There's gonna be like different ways of getting evidence besides just taking photos. Like, this phone rang, I promise, this phone rang 10 seconds ago. I know I just took a photo of it, but trust me, it's an interaction. You're gonna actually have to record stuff, which might make these cameras even more important, because you're gonna have to actually place them and then maybe go through the footage or something. I have no idea how they're gonna do this. I'm just speculating here. But then also, tripods. For a long time, Ghost and Phasmophobia have strangely ignored our video cameras and tripods. Allowing investigators to film freely without fear of interruptions. Well, the time has come for the Ghost to start shying away from our videotaping habits. During contracts, Ghosts can now throw video cameras in a similar way to items found in locations. How can we avoid this? Tripods are here to save the day. Attach your video camera to a tripod to drastically lower the chance of a ghost moving your much needed video feed. But at the same time, like, this is why I love this update so much, and I'm so excited for it, because I'm immediately seeing, like, with every little thing they're saying here, I'm immediately seeing the opposite side. Like, well, in a room that's really empty, maybe placing a poor video camera will actually help you, because maybe for whatever reason the ghosts are more inclined to throw video equipment. So if you place a bad tripod, you might be able to get EMF on the chart off of the ghost throwing the camera or something like that. Like, there's always two sides of a coin. Like, if you're adding something like the freezing temperature, if you remember, they're going to change the freezing evidence to make it so that if the room is like remotely cold, it'll show freezing breath, even if it's not freezing. So that might mean if you have snow weather or something, that it's literally going to be freezing everywhere. However, that's also going to mean that if you turn on the breaker, you can use the freezing breath to find the ghost room, even if it's not a freezing ghost. So there's always like negatives and positives, and that's why I love this update, because it's adding a ton of new mechanics and a ton of depth to a game that's already so deep cheap, so I'm super excited to just dive into this and figure out all kinds of new strategies with the stuff that we've been given. Now, tier 1 has seen better days. It's rough plastic and scratched legs. Don't make it the sturdiest of tripods, but it's much better than leaving a camera lying around. So a camera lying around is extremely susceptible to throwing. Interesting. And it kind of looks like the old tripod was like super spread out. This is a tiny one. Tier 2 is newer. I also love these gifts, by the way. CJ is doing a great job with these. Tier 2 is newer, fresh out of the packaging. It features a small motorized attachment. I called this. I mean, it was not a very hard thing to call, but I said from the very beginning, there's obviously going to be a tripod that's going to be able to be controlled. A motorized attachment where you can place your video camera. You can then head back to the safety of the truck and rotate your camera without the fear of getting jumped by a lurking ghost. That is super cool. Not necessarily because it's like super useful, because this kind of reminds me, like, this would have been extremely useful in old Phasmo, because old Phasmo, you would have to place the camera. You couldn't just look through the screen. You had to place them and then go back to the truck. So what would happen is you would place them and you wouldn't see the entire room. So then you had to go back to move them and then place and then look again. And you had to just be moving back and forth to the truck, which was kind of annoying, but this would really help in that situation. But obviously now you can just look around. You don't have to, like, I don't really know what purpose this serves, because you can't just like get orbs by just holding it with your hand, but it's a neat little feature. Tier 3 has the same, but this is already tier 2, by the way. It already has the motor. Tier 3 has the same motorized attachment, but the tripod itself is much sturdier. It's made of a strong metal, features sturdier feet mounts, and is almost impossible to knock over by paranormal effects. If you want to come back to your video camera still standing, this is the tripod for you. And that's it for 14. Now, there's still a few items, or actually quite a few items that we obviously haven't seen, but oh boy, have they showed a ton. I'm super excited for the Paramic with the like sonar device on it. The salt is incredible that you can now use during a hunt. I'm still super curious. Actually, like, in my opinion, maybe the best item in the entire game has got to be the smudge sticks. It is so essential for survival at a high level. If you know what you're doing and you have a smudge stick, you literally cannot die unless you're like playing on apocalypse difficulty or something. So if they're gonna make like the level 3 smudge stick be able to be used multiple times in a row or something, or they're gonna have a larger effect, it's gonna completely change everything, and it will be like an absolutely massive deal. So that's gonna be super curious. And what's really fun about this as well, and I'm just thinking about the progression, where you're gonna, because these are gonna be really expensive, so the way it's gonna work is that you're gonna buy the upgrades. So like every item costs like a certain amount, like let's say 50, but then to buy an upgrade you have to buy like, let's say 500, but then once you've paid that 500, it costs 50 to get the upgraded version. So it's like a big spending once, but you don't have to keep buying it for 500. It's just 500 once and then 50 every time, which means that we're gonna really have to think about which I really hope they have made it like kind of difficult to get all the items. I know that's like maybe an unpopular opinion, but I would love to actually have to think about this and make like choices. What item do I want first? Like, there's gonna be guide videos that I'm gonna make on like, what's your build path gonna be? Like, if this is your playstyle, you should start with upgrading the salt or the video cam or the Paramic or the salt or the smudge stick. Like, it's gonna be so interesting to see how these like different items are gonna change. It can't you see I'm excited? I'm just so incredibly ready for this update, and seeing all these gifts actually make me believe that it exists. Like, for some reason this update is so big, like so massively game changing, that I just don't believe it until I'm gonna get my hands on it. But oh boy, it's looking pretty damn real, and I cannot wait to touch it. So yeah, as I said, you're gonna be seeing videos as soon as the update goes live. I've been extremely busy with like real life stuff lately, but I'm trying to plan around the update, and oh boy, we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna do really long streams on the update day. So yeah, anyway, you're gonna be seeing those. Make sure to, if you're interested in the like day 1 live stream, or day 1, day 2, like I'm gonna do really long live streams for basically the entire week that the update launches. You should head over to Twitch and drop a follow there. I don't really know, Twitch isn't very good at sharing like sharing you when a stream goes live if you're not actively using the app. So yeah, just keep an eye out for it. You can follow me on Twitter there. I'll be sending messages, or you can join the Discord, which is where I'll always ping when the stream goes live. I think that's honestly the best way. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm excited. I can't wait for all of this stuff. This looks super cool. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you want to join the live streams, as I said, you can join us over at twitch.tv/instim, or click the link in the description down below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one. Bye bye.